Welcome to episode 5 of What to Read This Weekend. We are your hosts.
I am Marie Southwell.
I'm Rachel Green. We are both campus librarians.
We didn't do that very well.
This is What to Read This Weekend, which is our live recorded video web series. After we're done chatting about our favorite books on a theme, we will post it live we will post it for you to watch on YouTube or Instagram TV. You can get our show notes, which include the books and how to find them at this website, bit.ly/W2RTW2020. We'll post that again at the end. Marie, do you want to talk about why these books, what our criteria for choosing books is?
Oh, yes, we have a criteria. They have to be immediately available through one of our easy to get applications. So like New York Public Library, FirstBook, Open EBook. Really, that's it, right? Or Audible. Or
so a contract that we have or through the public library. So everything that we talk about today is free and legally accessible for you as a student or staff member in New York City.
It's true.
This week, our theme is
thrills and chills.
Murder mysteries and suspense.
And suspense, thrillers, you name it. No,
true crime.
A little true crime tossed in there.
Yeah. So up first.
All right. This is Monday's Not Coming. This is from AudioFile, Sync Audiobooks for Teens. You just have to download the Sora app. It's free. You can keep it forever. How many years can they keep it? Like 900 and you'll be dead.
35,999 days, which is
right.
98 years and 8 months.
So you'll be dead by the time this expires. At least I will. I lately have become very obsessed with Tiffany Jackson because her writing is like so compelling. I cannot put the book down. And Monday's Not Coming is like one of those books. The other book that I've read recently is Allegedly. But here is my little synopsis of Monday's Not Coming. It's definitely a thriller. So Claudia, she returns after a summer break with her summer vacation with her grandparents, and she finds out her bestie, her name is Monday Charles, since the title, has vanished. And no one seems to notice she's vanished. Like everyone keeps kind of pushing her off or acting like she's crazy, or nobody wants to give her a straight answer. So goes on this quest to find out where her bestie is. And let me just tell you, there's like a major twist where I screamed and threw the book across the room. I'm like, oh my God, this is like a major twist. Tiffany Jackson, I don't know. The way that she writes is very compelling. She always has subjects that teens, and maybe this says a little about me, that I like to read. There's like child abuse, drama, a little bit of romance. So these are great books set in an urban environment that I have loved to read. And I can't tell you much more because I don't want to ruin the end or the twist. And it is a page turner. It is very good. Highly recommended. 5 stars.
We'll talk about her other book too.
Yeah.
In a second. 5 stars. I know I was like so excited about this week. So our next book is Sadie by Courtney Summers. And this is available on ebook and audiobook from the public library. Brooklyn Public, Queens Public, and New York Public all have copies. I highly recommend listening to this one on audiobook. It won an Odyssey Award, which is an award for YA audiobooks last year, 2019. And this is the story of Sadie. She's our main character. She hasn't really had an easy life. She grew up on her own. She raised her younger sister. They live in a small town. She's trying everything she can to have a normal life. And then all of a sudden, her sister that she's been taking care of on her own is found dead. And the police investigation is super shady. Like, not going the way that she wanted it to go. Person who is doing a podcast about small towns and kind of like picks up this story about Sadie's sister, the murder mystery that Sadie's sister was the victim of. And that kind of like changes things. So there's like a full cast in the audiobook. It is totally great for like fans of true crime, although it is fiction. It really reminds me of the Serial podcast. If you've listened to the Serial podcast, any of the episodes, because, you know, it has that like podcast theme, but really great. Highly recommend. This one was awesome. And the entire series is available also on the Open EBooks app. And if you don't know what Open EBooks is, it is an app that syncs with FirstBook, and many, many, many librarians have codes for our students to download up to 10 free books, and this could be one of them. So this one, if Sadie reminded me of the series, if you've seen Dexter, the show, it follows, our main character is Jazz, and Jazz's dad is the world's worst serial killer. Jazz is the son of a serial killer. And his current life is like witnessing scenes from a crime, like witnessing situations from a crime scene, except for, you think my sound is going in and out? I'm sorry.
Your sound is going in and out.
Okay, I'll stop moving so much. So Jazz's dad is a serial killer. He's witnessing all of these scenes that are happening in his town. Bodies are starting to pile up, and Jazz is trying to help the police find a new serial killer. So it kind of reminds me of Dexter, where you don't really know if you're rooting for the good guy or you're rooting for the bad guy. So I highly recommend this. If you love it, it's the first in a series. So you'll have plenty to read.
All right. Stranger Things. I'm repping my Barb pin. I was very upset when she died. I feel like she is the patron saint of librarians and kids that go to the library people. Anyway, aside from my obsession with Barb, I'm here to talk about one of the first graphic novels of the series. So if you're picking this up expecting it to be Stranger Things in a graphic novel form, you're going to be extremely disappointed, because this book is when Will gets taken to the upside down. In the show and in the television series, it's told through his mother's perspective, but this is Will's perspective. So there are parts that go along with the show. He does meet Barb in the down under, upside down, and tries to help her out. There's also other like little details you learn. I think it's expanded, and the book is alternated between Will in the upside down and then a D&D game, back and forth. So if you're obsessed with Stranger Things, this would definitely fill your need. You can get it at the ComicsPlus Library Edition, which we have a subscription to. You just need to ask for the password and the username, because we don't publish it widely. Oh, I froze. I love it when I freeze because it's so attractive. Okay. By the time you're done reading this graphic novel, I think you'll want to go back and watch season 1 because there's some stuff you'll be like, wait, did that actually? So you'll enjoy this. I give it a thumbs up. Rachel?
And this one is, yeah, this one, hopefully my audio is better. I just switched headphones. This one's from ComicsPlus.
Yes.
Which we've never highlighted before. But you can ask your librarian for the username and password, and you have access to Stranger Things and a whole bunch more graphic novels and manga. We found a lot more. Looks like my presentation is still loading.
Yeah, so another thriller by my girl Tiffany Jackson is allegedly, and she's actually reading it on her Instagram. Am I right? On her Instagram each night. So if you want another like urban, twisted, can't put this down book, I would suggest that. What else do we have? Maybe I should look it up.
Hold on. I think we're good. Let's see.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
One of us is lying and 2 can keep a secret. I don't know about
anyone else's library.
Y'all's libraries. Yeah, can't keep them on the shelf. So these are books that we would love to highlight, but either had limited copies available or are kind of our like B-sides. So One of Us is Lying and 2 Can Keep a Secret. There are limited copies available at Libby. Another kind of reminds me of like Breakfast Club meets Pretty Little Liars. Like
there's
yeah. So that was really good. I Am Princess X is one of my favorites for like not too scary mystery. It's about a girl and her friend who goes, well, her friend dies, and then all of a sudden she starts seeing all these stickers of the webcomic that they made, Princess X, appearing all over, but she doesn't think that anyone else knew about Princess X. And so she has to figure out if her friend is still alive. And then there's a couple good ones on Audible Stories that were free, All Eyes on Us and Who Done It. So lots of good stuff. Available if you're into murder, mystery, and suspense. And we were super excited to share Monday's Not Coming because...
You're froze, Rachel. Because it's on Audiophile Sync, which is going to be offering 2 free audiobooks. Oh, Rachel, you're cutting in and out. So that's offered 2 free audiobooks for most of the summer. It ends in July. And if you need more deets, you can just Google that and go to their website. Rachel is frozen. We should text her. Or we could just talk to me. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with Tiffany Jackson lately, but you know how you go through. She's also very popular. Like, I cannot keep the books in the library. If people want some drama, I'm like, you need to try this. Oh, she left. We can't hear you. Oh, well, matter. She's not even here. So those are our week. That's our week. Rachel, are you back? All right. I just talked about Audio Sync. If you're confused, reach out to your librarian. She'll help you out. Anything you want to add? I was just talking about my Tiffany obsession. Okay.
Yeah. And she's from Brooklyn. Did you mention she's from Brooklyn?
No, I did not mention. She's from Brooklyn. Like, all of her things are very rooted in Brooklyn. That's the other thing I like. It has like a New York flavor to it.
Yeah.
All right. You can do the last one.
I think. Oh, okay. Next week is Children's Book Week, and we're going to be featuring some books on our Instagram. So if you don't follow us, now would be a good time. We'll show you some free books that are available through kind of the same means of what we've been talking about on the show. And Everywhere Book Fest is happening today and tomorrow. just looking at tomorrow's lineup, because we missed most of today, pretty amazing. And it's all on YouTube live. So you don't actually have to like join with your audio and video. You just kind of watch them live, or you can watch them after. But even just looking at tomorrow's lineup, pretty crazy, pretty awesome folks. Yeah. I'm really excited. So that's at everywherebookfest.com. And all these will be also in the show notes, which are at bit.ly/W2RTW2020. I'll put that in the chat. And next week, we're going to be talking about retelling. I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to stop the recording, and we would love to hear about what you guys have been up to as well.